Your downward spiral can be very subtle or dramatic. Most people don't understand when they have entered into their plunge into darkness and death. Contentment is the first step and foundation of spiraling up. Contentment is a state of peace through self-satisfaction. The self-satisfaction is what you give consent to receive your peace. When you have no contentment, you fall through the trapdoor of boredom, and you're spiraling into an entrapment of darkness. Boredom is literally defined as being in a state of disinterest, weary, fatigue, indifferent, lethargic, monotony, and tedium. The feeling that nothing catches your interest, that everything's dull and flat. In conclusion, boredom is not a trivial experience, but rather a complex psychological phenomenon that can impact mental health, cognition, and behavior. It is linked to depression, anxiety, substance use, impulsivity, and increased risk-taking behavior. Like going on a dangerous trip on your own. "I'll die of boredom," is said by many, and they literally believe it. Boredom is literally defined as nothingness, as in darkness and death. If you don't spiral up by finding your contentment, you will be spiraling further down into one or more of the following states of pessimism, frustration, irritation, impatience, overwhelming, disappointment, doubt, worry, blame, and discouragement. It is no coincidence that the first half of the downward spiral has 9 levels. The 9th letter of the ancient Hebrew alphabet is Tet, which explains exactly what state you're in. Tet is the purity of good or the impurity of evil. The image of Tet is a coiled snake or a basket, representing a pregnant woman who is about to give birth to good or evil. Tet means truth, and this is your moment of truth. You now have to choose good or evil. Good is an upward spiral to contentment. Evil is to spiral down into the abyss of evil. If you are too weak and have no courage to spiral upwards, you have forsaken your wholeness and future. You are now into free fall into the abyss. Beyond the 9th level is a painful death. The dragon knife is designed to cause as much pain as possible before death. And the 10th level of the downward spiral explains why. The Yod is the 10th letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Amongst other things, it's known as the atom. This literally means that your atoms along with you are broken. In my other videos, I explain that just as the atom is made of 3 parts, and so are you. Your mind, body, and emotions are spiraling down to death. The dragon knife is designed to cause as much pain as possible before death. And that is what happens when you reach level 10 or more. What is that 10th level? It's anger. The atom is the unification of the seen and unseen. From anger and beyond, the painful disintegration of the human takes place. Anger puts you into the primary category of fight or flight of the beast-like human. There's no problem in getting angry occasionally as long as there's no verbal or physical abuse. Regular anger and abuse means that you have the nature of the beast. Here's the best example of beast-like humans displaying the fight-and-flight behavior. They are the prosecutors Fannie Willis and Nathan Wade, 2 who are guilty of being fornicators and adulterous according to their religion, as well as being guilty of dozens of crimes. This is just a brief video of them, but if you've watched this case, you would see that Fannie is in fight mode. Shouting, aggressive, maintains eye contact, attacking with exaggerated body movements. Nathan is in flight mode. Soft-spoken, often pauses in his speech. Head down, sweating, little eye contact, and drinking lots of water. You can be angry and fight or flight for good or evil. These 2 are trying to cover their sin, evil, and crimes. There are too many beast-like humans in the world. and too few mighty one like humans. As difficult as it is, it's easier to get out of the downward spiral from level 1 to 9. But from level 10, it's a greater battle to conquer your beast-like nature. From anger, you can move on to one or more of revenge, hatred, rage, jealousy, unowned, which I'll explain in another video, insecurity, guilt, unworthiness, victim, powerlessness, depression, and grief, which entraps you in fear. The duality of the Shamaheim offers you a choice between freedom and fear. Freedom provides life, and fear provides death. Choose wisely. Watch my video on contentment and find out how you can spiral up from contentment. If you want to watch more of these videos, subscribe, like, share, and comment. Shalom.